Hey everyone, I'm Stacy, the 911 Stitcher. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. Today is Wednesday, May 12th, 2021. This is video 63. Welcome back. It's been a couple of weeks. I had planned on doing a video last week, but I had a terrible cold and I'm real nasally, so I probably sound a little bit plugged up. I feel a lot better than I did, but man, did I have a terrible cold. So I didn't do any filming last week. And that gave me the chance to do two finishes, which I'll show in a couple of minutes. So if I haven't mentioned, this video is about cross stitching. Every now and then I bring up a little bit about quilting, sometimes knitting, sometimes crochet. This episode though is going to be mostly about cross stitch, and I will bring up a new block of the month club that I did join recently for a quilting club. I'll mention that later. But for now, let's talk about cross stitch. I've got some great haul to show, new charts. I have some giveaway winners. Giveaways will be at the end of the video. I've got some bags that I'll have you take a look at and a chart that I'm done with. So let's get started. Let's talk about some cross stitch news and just a couple of things that I wanted to bring up. I have a lot of people that want to come into my Facebook group, and I welcome everyone. I even welcome those who do quilting, crochet, knitting. We love to see your finish, but the group is primarily about cross stitch. So if you're on Facebook and you'd like a really great group that is strictly crafting, we do not talk about the news. We don't talk about life updates. Like, it's just crafting. It's just an escape. It's a place to go into and just see everybody's finishes and works in progress, new fabrics maybe someone found, and it's just a great group. And I love my group members. So if you're interested, it is Stitching Space and Numbers 911 on Facebook. Now the reason I'm bringing this up is because a lot of people have been trying to come into the group, but they don't realize there's two questions you have to answer. Now this is just so that I know that you're a stitcher, because there's been some kind of creepy people that have tried coming into the group. And most of them, there's been a couple of them. I had to laugh at one guy. Clearly he's looking for a date from girls, and he didn't get in. But it's pretty obvious he wasn't there to cross stitch. And his answer, I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said something about love to meet all you ladies and looking for some companionship. And I'm like, this guy has no idea what this group's about. So anyway, I think one of the questions is, tell me about your favorite designer or something you like about cross stitch. That way I know you're a stitcher coming into the group and you're not just some spam or some guy, some person that has no interest in cross stitch. So there are two questions. One of them is about group rules. One of them is about yourself what do you like about cross stitch? So make sure and answer those two questions. That way I know. I don't see your profiles, so I don't know if you have posted cross stitch on your own personal Facebook page. And really, I don't have the time to go in and research whether you stitch or not when you're trying to come into the group. So by answering the questions, I'll know you're interested, and I'll know you know a little bit about cross stitch. If you're a beginner, just say, hey, I'm brand new. I don't know a lot. I'm here to learn. You're more than welcome. So I wanted to bring that up, the Facebook group. Couple of other, just a quick life update. I am not walking on my own yet. I had surgery, if you're new here, back in March. So I'm still not anywhere near ready to walk on my own yet. I shouldn't say that. I'm down to one crutch, which makes me really happy. And as you guys saw, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw we have a brand new 10-week-old puppy. And you're probably going, is she crazy? How can she chase a puppy? I can't. And I am completely not able to chase him around the yard. My husband does that for me. Now I can interact, and I've already taught him to sit. He can shake and he can do different things. I'll show a picture of him here. His name is Max. So he's a new addition to our family. And again, you're more than welcome to follow me on Instagram. From time to time, I post some personal things, but it's mostly cross stitch. So Max was introduced a couple days ago when we got him on last Saturday. So actually, this coming week will be a week that we've had him. He's wonderful. He sleeps through the night. I fully expected to be kept awake all night long. He is such a good baby. And he is a lot of work though. When he's outside, you have to watch him constantly because he wants to eat dirt and eat rocks and chew on bark that we have in the backyard. So My husband's retired. He can chase him around. I can work with him with little things. I do have some experience with dog training. I'm certainly not a professional, but I have enough to where I can get him on a leash. I can teach him all the basic commands. So he already can sit and shake, and that makes me happy. He's just a sweet boy. At the end of the video, I'll show some more pictures of him and a little video of him running around. People have asked about my surgery. It is a year recovery, a full year. So if you're not familiar, just to give you a quick update, I will not be walking on my own for at least a couple more weeks. And I have a lot of physical therapy ahead of me. I've got at least another 6 months ahead of me, a couple times a week. And basically I had like a transplanted graft. So I have new screws and I have new parts in my leg. And so it's a very, very long recovery. I know a lot of people have said, oh, you're probably up walking around and you're going to be good as new. I will never be good as new. I will only have some use. I mean, I'll be able to walk and I'll be able to travel and do basic things. That's all I need. But as far as some of the leisure sports that I like to do, that's not going to happen ever again. I can't wear high heel shoes. I can't do a lot of different, not that I wore a lot of high heels anyway, but, but for those asking, this is not a quick fix. This is not something where I'm going to be back. I had the talk with the doctor. I'm not even going to be 75. I'd be about maybe 70% better. So like I said, I've gotten emails and stuff about, hey, you're 100% now. And I'll never be. The injury was just really bad and I'll never be able to fully get back the use. But if you see me walking around at a retreat sometime when I am back to walking and stuff, you'll see a little bit of a limp. I'll always have it and that's okay. But things are getting better. I am getting stronger and I really appreciate you guys asking and sending me messages and stuff like that on Instagram and emails. I really appreciate it, you guys. Thank you. Okay, let's talk about some other things. So I just got done reading this book, and now I don't talk about books on my Flosstubes, on my videos. Every now and then, if it relates to cross stitch, I will, and this does. I just got done reading this. I've been hearing about the Bridgerton TV series, and I thought, you know what? I'm the kind of person, I love to read. I'm going to read the book first before I start watching the Netflix. It says Netflix here. Before I start watching this series, I'm going to read the book first. Up until the beginning to the middle of the book, I really liked it. From the middle to the end, it was terrible. It was an awful book. I didn't like it at all. I thought it was a stupid story. So halfway through the book, I happened to be scrolling through Facebook, and I love this one yarn thread website called Forbidden Fabrics. They have got some of the most beautiful yarn I have ever seen. And it's kind of exciting because they color coordinate and the names of some of the yarns are really fun. They have a Harry Potter house collection. They have themed mystery boxes that you can get with different, themes, knitting, crochet, and cross stitch. So as I'm scrolling through Facebook, I happen to have just been in the middle of the Bridgerton book. And what do you know? They have a Bridgerton cross stitch mystery box. I had to get it. So since then, again, like I said, I finished the book. I did not like it. I don't even know if I want to read the rest of them because the first one I just didn't like. So, but anyway, coming soon in the next couple weeks will be the Bridgerton cross stitch mystery box. So I thought that would be really fun since I just read the book. And again, it's through forbiddenfiberco.com. And they have a Facebook group. So, and I'm sure they have Instagram too, if you're on Instagram. So as I'm on Facebook scrolling, I've seen Halloween themed mystery boxes. I thought I saw a Harry Potter. I know right now they have one Cobra Kai. I don't know if that's a book or a movie or a TV show, but I think that's the current mystery box that's going on right now is Cobra Kai. So Bridgerton box is sold out, but you did have your choice between mystery box of crochet, knit, or cross stitch. I chose cross stitch. So that's going to be coming in the next couple of weeks. I'll put the link down below so you can kind of look around. Keep an eye on future mystery boxes. But if you're into crochet or knitting or you like fibers like that, check out their yarn because they've got gorgeous yarn fantastic names to the yarns, and it's really a lot of fun. Right now I saw the Downton Abbey collection. They have Lady Rose, Mary, and Lady Edith yarn. So take a look at the colors, because you can really kind of see based on their personality why they picked that color of yarn. And again, they have the Harry Potter collection that's still on the website. And I think they had 13 Days of Halloween, which might be sold out. You can check it out. But it's become one of my favorite websites, forbiddenfiberco.com. So I want to tell you about that. I wanted to tell you how it related to cross stitch in the book that I was reading. Quilting. Now, I took quilting classes a couple years ago. I really liked it. I took an applique class. It is something I'm interested in. It's something I've been wanting to start a new quilt. I have a couple of wall quilts. I don't see it in here, otherwise I would show you. I finished 2 of them, and it's a lot of fun. The 2 I did was hand quilting. Well, now I know how to use my machine, and I like the top piecing part. So I happen to be thinking about getting a quilt kit from like Fat Quarter Shop or from some other online stores. And I thought, you know, when I receive a kit, I'm going to receive a ton of fabric, a ton of instructions. It's a little overwhelming. So I'd never really thought more about it until I was watching Jen from Jen's Stitching Niche. Oh boy, did I ever fall down a rabbit hole. She made this gorgeous Lori Holt quilt. Now, if you're familiar with Lori Holt, she has cross stitch charts. She has quilting charts. Is that what you call them? Charts. Beautiful, beautiful designs. So Jen was on the website. It's called stitchinheaven.com. I'm going to link it down below. It's out of Texas. And she said that what she did is she saw a Lori Holt quilt that she absolutely loved. It's a good size quilt, but this company, stitchinheaven.com, they actually will break it down month by month to where you get a block, just 1 block a month to do. So if you can handle doing 1 block within 12 months, you're going to have enough to make a quilt. You piece them together, what you've made each month. And I thought, how come I never thought of this or even knew about this? So I went onto the website, and there they were. There was all kinds of choices. There was Lori Holt. There was all kinds of other designers. And I thought that's a perfect thing for me to do is take a quilt and do it month by month so it's not so overwhelming. So what I'm going to do is I joined, and would you believe I did 2 of them? Oh my gosh, Stace, get control of yourself. I couldn't help it. I found 2 of them that I just fell in love with. So what's going to happen starting in July, I'm going to get a quilt block, just 1 block for me to do on one of the blankets. The other quilt starts in September, I think it is. So I will be getting eventually 2 blocks a month for 2 different quilts. But what a great way, if you're interested in quilting, to start by just doing 1 block, sew up your block for the month of, say, July. Now you're done, and you wait for the next month to come in the following month. So I'm going to show you what I got. I ended up getting the classic Santas. These are so pretty. So you can see it can go block by block. And then the other one that I got is called Message in a Bottle. This looks like an applique, a lot of applique to me, which is great because applique was actually my favorite. So if you're interested in quilting and you think you may want to do something like this where you get a block of the month, then you sew them all up, you've got yourself a quilt top. And Jen said she sends it off to someone else to piece and put together, layer as a quilt, sew it all up. But the piecing, the very top piece of the quilt, I think is going to be so fun to do. I'll let you know how that goes. We'll see. And let's talk about giveaways. Last video, I had 2 giveaways. It was 2 magazines, Primitive Needle, Punch Needle, Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. Now this is the most current one, 2021 spring. There is a new one coming out, I think, next month. So this is my copy. I'm not going to really do anything inside. My address is on the back. If that doesn't bother you, we had people put in for this giveaway. This was the giveaway number 2. I had a brand new copy that I meant to do as a giveaway and forgot. So there were some people interested in this as well. The winner of Primitive Stitcher magazine is Lisa Shuri. I'll show it here. So congratulations, Lisa. Send me an email at stacer5, S-T-A-C-E-R 5, number 5, at AOL.com, and send me your address. The winner of the Christmas Ornament magazine is Angela Springett, or Springett. Congratulations, Angela. Send me an email. I'll get these magazines out to you this week when I hear from you. Okay, let's talk about some things that I've been working on. I have 2 finishes. One of them I'm not crazy about. I did not enjoy it as much as I thought I would. This is Pumpkin House by Chezzy and Me. It comes as a full kit with Gloriana silk, so it's a good opportunity to try silks. The kit is tiny, tiny, tiny little kit. When you receive it, don't be surprised. The cat is all over 1 stitching, so I did mine on this was 36 count is what came with the kit. I decided not to do the border because I just felt like it took away from the chart. I didn't like the border. So here's my finish. And again, this is by Chezzy and Me, called Pumpkin House. Now this is just the weirdest thing. I don't know why I did not enjoy it. It definitely wasn't the over 1 stitching of the cat, because I really enjoy over 1 stitching. I think it's the vines. I think I just don't like doing flowers and vines and all these little things out in here, the little leaves or whatever you want to call them. And then the pumpkins are satin stitched. Now the floss that came with it was a variegated floss. I was telling my friend Jenny that the floss, I was doing the satin stitches, and no matter how nice I made them, they look messy to me. And I think I should have taken out the variegated floss and made it a little bit more of a neutral color, like maybe just a flat orange DMC that wasn't so variegated, because the color changes make the satin stitches, in my opinion, messy and sloppy. I took a picture and put it on Instagram, and no matter how I took the picture, it just looks sloppy to me. So I really did not enjoy this. I'm going to make it into a little pillow. I think it's going to be very cute. I'm glad I tried it because I loved being able to get the opportunity to try Gloriana silks, but otherwise, not my favorite finish in the whole world. The next finish, I loved it. So much fun. Plum Street Samplers, Raccoon Ramble. This was a stitch along with my friend Lisa. And Lisa asked me if I wanted to. Lisa is Forest City Stitcher stitching on YouTube. And she asked me, she says, she knew I liked raccoon. She said, you want to do a stitch along together? And I said, you bet. You know it. So anyway, this is by Plum Street Samplers, and this is my finish. Isn't that cute? The baby raccoon at the very top is over 1 stitching. So if you're doing it over 2 Ada stitchers, you might have a little bit of problem with that baby, but you can do it. You can you're going to have to split the little square. But I'm really happy with it. I love the variegation in the pumpkin. I really liked stitching this. I love the curly cues right here and right here. The little curly cue flowers. I think that came out so cute. The one thing that I did change was the color of these flowers right here. These flowers blended in so much with the pumpkin that you couldn't see them. So what I did was I changed it to the color. There's a tiny, tiny little bud right there, and right there, and right there. I changed it to that color and made the flowers stand out more, and I really liked it. It's just when I was stitching it, it was with, let's see if I have it, 922. So when you put this up against the pumpkin, I don't know if you'll be able to see it that well. It just didn't pop against the pumpkin. And I changed it to that prettier, so you could see the flowers better. And that I changed it to 30, let's see, what did I change? Oh, 3825. And that's one of the called for colors in the chart. So that's going to be that's just going to be a really pretty finish, fully finished. I loved it. It made me happy stitching it the whole time. Now this chart's spoken for. I'm going to send it to my friend Jenny. And I do have 2 giveaways for this video. One of them is a part of stash that I got. It has to do with a project bag. And one of them is a chart that I'm done with. I actually got a hold of my finisher. She received my finishes. She's going to turn them into something really pretty, mail them back. And so one of the charts I'm done with, and I'll pass it on to you guys. Okay, let's talk about some more stuff that I've been stitching real quick. I have been working on, I have 1 new start. So my version of Stitch Mania, as you guys know, Stitch Mania starts May 1st. It is how you want to make it. Now, last year I did maybe 16 or 17 new starts. I didn't want that many starts this year. I wanted just to finish what I was working on and reduce my stash or reduce my pile. So what I did is I only allowed myself to start 2. And this is one of them. It is by the Little Stitcher on Etsy. And it's Winter Animals 2. I am doing the raccoon. And I also am I got the polka dot petit point from 123 Stitch. I got the fabric from 123 Stitch. So here's the fabric, and this is the only bit of start that I have. So as you can see, the raccoon, I'll show it here real quick. He's got the border around, so that's what I've got done so far. I'm gonna start the snow next, and then I'll work my way up and do the raccoon. So that's the only bit of start that I have so far in this. And again, it's the Little Stitcher on Etsy. That's gonna be a cute one. I have enough fabric to do the other animals too. Next, I'm working on a Year at Hawk Run Hollow by Carriage House Samplings. The reason I picked this for Mania to work on, to continue working on, is I am working on the block of May, which is pretty appropriate for this month. I'm doing these all together. I've got these done. January, February, March, and April are done. And now I'm working on May. It is a lot of stitching down here. It is so much stitching. So I got some done. This is on 20 count Vintage Country Mocha, one of my favorite fabrics. And that's it's all wrinkly. That is my progress so far. And as you can see, this is such a fun stitch, and I love that I did them all together. But you could take just one block and make it separate and make something really cute, like a little pillow or like a little stand-up. I think that would be really cute. So that's a Year at Hawk Run Hollow. My next one that I worked on was the Blackbird design stitch along that's going on the first weekend of every month. And I did not get much done. I was a little disappointed. I'm going to show a picture of Lady Liberty here. That's what I'm working on. I'm going to work on this probably this coming weekend because I really want to get it finished. Mania for me is about finishing, not about starts. I want to get some of these done and out of my pile. So the top of the drum is already done. I showed that in the last video. And then this is all the progress I got. I'm starting on the flag. So that's all I got done. I really like this one. It's going to be pretty when it's made into a drum. I can hardly wait. So I worked on that. Next, I worked on one of my favorites, Anzac by Long Dog Sampler. Now, when I first started this, someone on Long Dog Samplers had said, as you're stitching this, the animals will pop out and introduce themselves to you. That is something that is so true. I'll be stitching along and I don't, I'm not really paying attention. I'm stitching. And all of a sudden I look down and there's a koala bear looking at me, or there's another animal looking at me, or a bird. And they literally just pop out. You don't see them when you've got so much black stitching in front of you. It's hard to explain. Like, you don't see it while you're stitching it. You take a step back, you hold it out and go, oh my gosh, there's like a little animal looking at me. So I have done, let's see. I did this part in here. I did the bird more in here. I also did this part, I think, but I know I did more in here. This you guys have not seen yet. So like I said, you just step back, take a look, and you see all these animals just starting to look at you. It's really fun. I really enjoy stitching on this. And as you can see, I'll just continue working my way through this continent here and get down into here, more animals, and it's a great one. It's one of my favorites. Okay, another favorite. I seem to have a lot of favorites. This is Quakers Pride by Historische Stickmuster. I'm going to show a picture of it here because it's pretty big. And this is on Hazy Gray, 32 count by Fabric Flair. I'm going to have to stand up for this also because it's so big. Here is my progress. I'm going to show it up close so you can see. So I finished the wreath. I got the bird in. And you can see it's pretty wide. That's the end of it here. And I'll keep working to the right of the wreath. That wreath had a lot of stitching in it. A lot. And the funny thing about this wreath is if you get off on one stitch, you're off on the whole thing. Now, thankfully, as I was going along, I was counting as I was going along. So twice I did have to rip out, let me move this up. Twice I had to rip out my stitches, and thankfully I counted like crazy because I had to rip it out maybe 10 or 15 stitches two different times in doing this wreath. Oh, that's the back. So yeah, that wreath was really something else. This is fun. Really a fun one. So I will work more on that. The last thing that I worked on that I'm going to show a picture of here, it is North American Mammals by Heaven and Earth Designs. The design, I believe, is by Cyril Marchetti, maybe? I think it's Cyril Marchetti. This was and is going to be a massive piece. As you can see, it's full coverage. It's massive. So far, I have about 870 stitches in. Not much to show, and ignore the grid marks that I have because that's just for my marking and keeping track. So if you look at the picture, I'm going to show it again. Look at the very top left portion of the sky. Very, very top left sky is what this is. So not much to look at yet. And the sky isn't the most exciting thing to do, but it is really fun. I enjoy this. This is a stitch along with my friend Darren. He's Dizzy Stitcher on YouTube. And Darren has become a really good friend. I talked to him last night, and he is going through an extremely scary health scare right now, and my thoughts are with him. I've been thinking about him all day today, and I'll probably message him in a couple days, see how he's doing, but he's waiting for a specialist. It's the waiting that's the hardest part, and not knowing and being afraid. And Darren is special, and he's a good friend. So check out his Flosstube, Dizzy Stitcher. He talks more about the health scare and his history, and better than I can. But again, Darren's a good friend of mine, and I'm there for him 100%. The great thing, like I told Darren, is that we have Zooms, we have text messages nowadays, we have, I mean, of course, telephones, but we have messages to where your friends and your family can be there. I mean, I might be in California and he's in Australia, but I can still, I wanted him to know that I'm still right there. And he has a lot of support with his friends, even his Flosstube friends and family. So I hope he knows how much we all support him, and we're there with him 100%. So anyway, that's what's so great about Zooms, and is that if your person or your people are right there with you all the time. So anyhow, this is a stitch along. Me and Darren are both doing the same chart. So I think he said he's got about 300 or so stitches. He does a lot of full coverage, so he's working on other things as well as I am. So it's really going to be a lot of fun to watch our progress and see where I go in my chart and which way he goes in his chart. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that's my whips. Those are my finishes and my new starts. Let's talk about some new releases I'm going to show at the end of the video, but I do want to show a couple of things that I've gotten as far as stash. Now, I order from Owl Forest Embroidery in Russia. Now, I received a couple messages from people who were waiting. They had waited a couple of months for their delivery. My advice to you, I've had great luck with them. Now, my first delivery took 4 months. So if you make your order, don't think it's going to be here within a couple of weeks. Might not happen. One of my orders took 5 weeks. My very first order took 4 months, and I really thought that it disappeared. I'll be honest with you. I thought it disappeared, but it showed up. It was beautiful floss, beautiful charts, and I have ordered several times more. So I think my advice to you is if you just really don't want to wait, you pay through PayPal, so you know you have 6 months in order to file a claim if you're really uncomfortable with not receiving your items. I would give them time. It's just coming. Customs takes a long time. For me, my 4-month order was stuck in U.S. Customs in Chicago for 3.5 months. They shipped it really fast, and it's not their fault when it gets stuck in customs. So I think my advice would be that if you really don't like to wait that long, that I would not order. Don't, put yourself through it. Don't put them through it either. So they advertised that they had mystery floss or mystery bags. So I got a couple of them. Now you're going to hear some crinkling because they are paper bags. So I got 3 mystery bags from Owl Forest. And what this is it contains thread, a needle minder, and a little piece of fabric. So my first mystery bag is called Marine Owl. And I just wanted to show the flosses to show you guys how beautiful their flosses are. So in the first bag, this is the needle minder. It's got a little owl. A little hard to see because I didn't take it out of the thing. But this is the floss. This is the fabric, a really beautiful blue. And wait till you see the floss colors. Oh, they're so pretty. These are the floss colors. Let me see if I can put a board in front of them so you can really, I don't know if that's going to help. But they're beautiful flosses. So this is mystery bag number 1. They come on little bobbins, like little wood bobbins with if you order a chart, the symbol for the chart is on the floss tag. So this was number 1. So pretty. And mystery bag number 2 is called Berry Owl. Berry Owl. Similar needle minder, so I'm not going to show that. But I did want to show that they sent a little piece of fabric. It's kind of like a light tan color. And these are the flosses. Can you see that? It's so beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous colors. They're real shiny. They also sent me 2 Russian beautiful color flosses, a cream and a red to try. But these are the colors. I'm going to put this up against the board and see if that helps any. Isn't that pretty? So that's mystery bag number 2. And again, this one came with a needle minder. It said needle minder, fabric, and a surprise. And floss, of course. Okay, and the last one, where did it go? Night Owl. This is the last one. Night Owl. This one came with some beads. They're not overly pretty. I'm not crazy about the beads. I do love beads though, so I'll keep these. They're just not very shiny. They're very matte, like a matte plain color. Fabric, different color blue fabric. And some beautiful blues Now these are a little harder to put together because they're kind of separate. Purples, blues, look at that. Isn't that pretty? And then these are like an ice blue color. Let's see if I can put this, see if that helps any. Slightly variegated. This is, show you the back ones. The purple ones are really pretty. They're so bunched up that it's kind of hard to hold them. So you get the idea. They're really pretty. So watch for the mystery bags because that's a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun receiving it. Okay, next bit of haul. I got some real pretty fabric from Color and Cotton. I'm a part of their Fabric of the Month Club, and I wanted to, normally I don't show them, but I thought I'd show you guys this color. It is Spiced Honey. Sometimes it's nice to see on a floss tube what the color looks like against white, because when you order it online, sometimes the colors kind of, they don't look true. So maybe that'll give you an idea of what it really looks like. So that's Spiced Honey, if you ever wanted to order it online. This one is called Pearwood. Now this says July 2020, but I swear I just got it. So those are the two colors, Pearwood, Spiced Honey, just to give you guys an idea. Beautiful fabrics. Okay, another thing I got from Lindy Stitches was some 32 count. I got a fat half. I wanted a big piece of Vintage Country Mocha, one of my favorite fabrics. I think this is so beautiful. Vintage Country Mocha. I did get from Al Forest, I forgot to mention, I got a kit. So I fully kitted this one. It's called Rooks, R-O-O-K-S. It's got the birds, it's got the what are they called? Like a Russian church. Can't think of the name. So that's really pretty. It's called Rooks. Now when you open up the kit, they all come in a box like this. Just like this. Oh, I lost the needle minder. The needle minder is right up my alley. You guys know I love crows and ravens and rooks. There's that. And fabric, it comes with, the kits come with fabric, really nice fabric, and flosses. So these are the colors of the flosses that I got with this kit. And of course the chart, you get the chart too. So those are the colors that will go with this chart. Get an idea. Just like that. So that's gonna be really pretty. I like that. That'll be fun. So I did order that kit. Oh, let's see, what else did I get? I got my order from, let's see here. Ordered some Picture This Plus fabric. I have been pretty low on Picture This Plus. I got lock, 32 count lock, pretty blue. I got, you know, this doesn't say what it is, but it's really pretty. I'm surprised it doesn't say what it is. That's really pretty. I know it's a Picture This Plus. If I can find the name of it, I'll let you guys know, but the variegation's really beautiful. Okay, I got an order from X-Jude Designs. I got a couple of other fabrics. Let's hold these up. This one is 32 count Edinburgh linen morning coffee, and the blue is called Chalkboard. Those are pretty colors too. So I finally got myself some fabric. I was getting a little low on fabric. A couple charts I wanted to show that I got for my birthday. I got Ink Circles Turkish Delight. Isn't that pretty? I got some floss a couple weeks ago from Al Forest. I think I showed it a couple videos ago. It's slightly variegated blue. It's gorgeous, and I think this is perfect for that floss. So that is called Turkish Delight. I also got Prairie Birds from Prairie Schooler. Can you guys hear the puppy? He's crazy. He's so fun. So this is Prairie Birds from Prairie Schooler. This is gorgeous. Now this is going to be hard to see, and if I can find a picture, I'm going to put it in here. This is called Jardins Italiens by Reflet de Soie. Very hard to see on the front of the chart, but it's so pretty. Hopefully I can find a better picture. This is one of my favorite designers. My friend Gina gave me this for my birthday. It's so beautiful. Here's one I got from Hands Across the Sea because I like the elephants. It's called A. Thomas, 1882, The Nellies. That's a beautiful one. And those elephants are so pretty. I did finally get this book. I haven't showed you guys this. It's a great book if you ever are interested in adding some things to some of your charts, adding some little motifs of your own. This book is perfect. I'm sure you guys have seen it on other floss tubes, but it has everything from houses to borders to snowflakes or hearts, birds, animals. I'll just flash it real quick. It just gives you graphs of everything that you could add to your own chart to make it more personal, personalize it. It's a great idea. Okay, a couple of the things that I got are Winter Animals. Now the one I showed a few minutes ago is Winter Animals 2. This is by the Little Stitcher. Again, it is Winter Animals. So this is the first one. And then you've got Winter Animals 2 that I showed a few minutes ago. Again, using the polka dot fabric. And then the other one I got is called Arctic Animals. I'm going to insert a picture because as you guys can see, I started running out of printer ink. So Arctic Animals, let me insert a picture here. I've got some great Kathy Barrick designs that I want to show. I think I'll save that for the next video because I've got a stack of Kathy Barrick I'd like to show you guys. This one is Blackbird Designs Garden Borders. This is very pretty. It's simple. I like that blue house. I thought that was really pretty. Let's see, what else? My friend Jean, she is so sweet, gave me a stack of fabric. This is opalescent, a stack of fabric for future giveaways. So stay tuned. We're going to have fabric giveaways in the next couple of videos. I also do fabric giveaways in my group if you're interested. My Facebook group. So I forgot to show this one. This is a really beautiful, this is Marbled Pointer by XQ Design. This is another fabric. Slight modeling gives you a little bit of an idea of what the color that looks like. Marbled Pointer. Let's open it up a little bit. Take a look. Okay, so one side is a lot more modeling than the other side. No, they both kind of have more, I guess. But no, this side doesn't seem to have, it's not as dark. But that's called Marbled Pointer, XQ Design. It's really pretty. My friend Rita found a chart in her stash and she thought of me because she knows I like animals. I'm gonna take it out. It's a full kit by the Gold Collection. And she had bought it a long time ago and didn't think she would stitch it, and I sure will. You know how I feel about animals. So this is a full kit. I think it's gorgeous. I love the world, the globe. I think that's beautiful. So thank you, Rita. She bought me that, or she sent me that from her stash. Okay, a couple more Prairie Schoolers, and then I'm gonna let you guys go. Prairie Schoolers, I got Prairie Seasons. That's really pretty too. I would love to make all these little pillows. If you guys watch Made by Michelle McGraw, her pillow finishes are adorable. She has lots and lots of pillows that she finishes from her cross stitches. And some of the cross stitches, she will take a small part, say a Priscilla and Chelsea chart, Instead of doing the whole big scene, she takes a part of it and makes a little pillow out of it. It's adorable. This one is When Witches Go Riding. See, for instance, here's one, you could do it as a whole, but Michelle might take one little block and make it into a pillow. It's such a great idea. You don't have to do the whole chart. You could just take pieces of a chart or parts of a chart and make it into what you want to make it, like she does. I think it's brilliant. I love that. Okay, last but not least, this is And to All a Good Night by Prairie Schooler. I like that. It's really pretty. Okay, we have some giveaways. Now, I have received lots and lots of charts for giveaways. I'm going to do chart giveaways coming up in the next couple of videos. I had some viewers who had some brand new charts. They decided they just didn't want to stitch after all, and they mailed them to me. And I think that is so wonderful that I can gift it to one of you guys. So I love doing that. I love being able to send you guys fabric and floss and brand new charts, or gently used charts. Maybe the person has already stitched it once and it's in great condition. Why not pass it along to someone else? So thank you guys for doing that. I really appreciate it. And floss too. There's some people that have bought some floss and have sent it to me and said, here, would you like to do this as a giveaway? And it's wonderful. It's just, I love being able to give you guys things. I think it's just so fun. Okay, so for today's giveaways, I have two. One of them is a chart that I've already stitched. There are no marks on this chart at all. It's in really good condition. It is The White Witch by The Primitive Hare. Now, I finished this a couple months ago, and I thought I had put it as a giveaway, but I don't think I heard from the person that won the giveaway. So if you're interested in The White Witch by The Primitive Hare, put down witch. That's what I'm going to search by in the comments below. Don't say the word giveaway, just put I'm interested in witch, or I like a witch, or something like that if you're interested in this chart. Giveaway number 2 happens to be, I visited a Etsy shop in Australia. They're Australian based. They are wonderful. Her name is Nicola. And if you go on to Etsy, put in number, like the word number, 12 stitch CO. Put it all together when you search and she'll come up. Number, spell it out, NUMBER, 12 stitch CO. So anyway, I was looking around and I saw these adorable project bags. Now this is the first one. You may have seen these, a couple people I think on Flosstube have had these beautiful bags. This is fabric. It looks like it's needlepoint or crewel or a different type of tapestry, but this is actually fabric. So this is project bag number 1 that I bought. It's gorgeous. And then project bag number 2 is this one. I am in love with these bags. However, I bought one for you guys. So my giveaway gift to you, if you're interested in the project bag, just put the word bag. Now, I don't know which one I'm going to give away. I'm going to surprise you. It'll either be this one or it's going to be this one. I haven't picked which one yet. I'm leaning towards give away this one. I love them both though. I think they're so pretty. Okay, so your giveaways for the comments down below, The White Witch is number 1. So the word I'm going to search for when I pick a winner is witch. Giveaway number 2 is bag, if you're interested in this project bag. I love them both though. This is your project bag. So just put somewhere in comments the word bag and I'd be more than happy to send it to you. They're brand new. They just came in a couple weeks ago. And she says that you can also follow me on Instagram. She is handmade at number12. So check out her Etsy shop. She ships really fast. It took maybe just a couple weeks to come from Australia, and I was really happy. I will definitely be buying from her again. I also got some fabric from her. This fabric color is Wallaby, 32 count. The lighter color is Silvery Moon. So you can see it's just the tiniest bit silver off, it's not white, it's a silver. And then this is really pretty too for a brown. Just the littlest tiny bit of variegation. It's pretty. Check out her Etsy shop. Okay, let's talk about and show some new releases that just came out a couple of weeks ago or even this past week. Ink circles. Here's another one. Circular Logic. I also read that she has 2 more charts coming out, brand new. Should be coming out real soon. Bella Filipina, Ascent of the Moth Queen. I tell you, his name is Darren. He has really been coming out with some beautiful charts by Bella Filipina. Next, Modern Folk Embroidery. We've got 2, Rule of Life. And then we also have the Linnet song, or Linnet. It's L-I-N-N-E-T-S. They're both really pretty. Here's one I showed on my Instagram I thought was pretty. It is on Etsy. It's an Etsy shop called Samplers Forever. When you search on Etsy, put it all together as one word. This one is called a Spanish Band Sampler. We've got a few more. We have Heartstring Samplery, a plant of rapid growth. Really pretty. We have the Liberty Pin Drum and Needleberry. And also, Oh, the Deep Love of Jesus. And then, Teresa Kogut. Wait till you guys see this. And I have 2 that I have my eye on. For the Love of Nature is one of them. This one is my number 1 on the list. It is, I don't even know how to say this. It's the word silhouette, but it's Silo Witches. Quaker. Silo Witches Quaker. Isn't that neat? The last one, we have a couple more. We have Our Humble Homestead, which is really pretty. You Are Worthy is another one. And then I'll put these last 2 together. It's Tilly Goat and Wilbur. So cute. Now, if you haven't checked out on the Etsy shop, Cliffside Stitches, she has got some gorgeous samplers. They are colorful and beautiful. It's Cliffside Stitches. Ottoman Sampler is new. And then we also have Turkish Houses. That's really pretty. Priscilla and Chelsea came out with the next series, next chart in the series, Tiered Tray Tidbit. This is sweet corn seeds. The seed packets are really popular. I think those are really cute. Okay, 2 more. We've got Reflet de Soie, Césarin Guérin. I don't know how to say that. It's Césarin. I'll put it down below. Guérin, G-U-E-R-I-N. That comes out May 10th. And then last but not least, we have, this is a cool one. And you might have to turn your head sideways because the picture that they released, Tiny Modernist, is sideways. This is called Moon Phase Bell Pull. That is really cool. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Follow me on Instagram. I am 911 Stitcher, all spelled out on Instagram. Facebook group is Stitching Space Numbers 911. Don't forget about the questions you have to answer. And giveaways, if you're interested in the project bag, put the word bag. If you're interested in the White Witch chart, put witch. Also, before I go, I'm going to leave you guys with a couple of pictures and a little video of Max so you can see our new baby, our new 10-week-old German Shepherd puppy. And that's it, you guys. I will see you in a couple of weeks. Happy stitching, and I'll see you then. Bye, everybody.